Hi, dear friend. You've found a quiet place to rest and dream. Tonight we'll journey into the silent darkness between the stars, where worlds drift alone, untethered and free. Let yourself settle now. There's nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do. Just breathe slowly and let the day fall quietly behind you. You are safe here, you are held. And as you listen, you may find your thoughts beginning to drift, just like the worlds we'll visit tonight, worlds that wander through the cosmic dark, beautiful and alone. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Feel the weight of your body sinking into rest. And know that if sleep comes before this story ends, that's exactly as it should be. The universe will keep turning, the story will keep flowing, and you are exactly where you need to be. I float here in the endless quiet, suspended between what was and what might be. The ship hums softly around me, a gentle reminder that I'm still tethered to something, still connected to a thread of purpose. But out there, beyond the reinforced glass, beyond the thin membrane that separates me from infinity, I see them. The rogue planets, worlds without suns, wanderers in the dark. They don't reflect light the way Earth does, bathed in the golden glow of our star. They don't shine. They simply exist, moving through the blackness like silent thoughts drifting through a sleeping mind. And tonight, I want to tell you about them. Not because they are frightening, but because they are strangely, impossibly beautiful. There is something profound about a world that travels alone. Scientists estimate there may be billions of rogue planets in our billions, more than the stars themselves, perhaps. They were born in the chaos of stellar nurseries, around young suns and the swirling disks of gas and dust that give birth to solar system. But something happened, a gravitational tug, a near miss with another planet, a dance that went wrong, and they were flung outward, away from their stars, away from the light into the great and silent dark. Imagine being pulled so far from home that you forget what warmth felt like, that you travel for millions of years alone in a night that never ends, and yet they continue, they drift, they endure. I think about that sometimes as I float here. I think about endurance, about continuing even when the light is gone. You don't need to think too hard about it. Just let the image settle softly into your mind. A dark planet tumbling slowly through space. No sun to warm it, no moon to pull its tide. Just the deep ancient cold and the silence of a journey without destination. Breathe with me, in, slowly, out, gently. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw unclench. There's nothing you need to hold on to right now. The first rogue planet we know of, or at least the first we think we've identified, is called CFB-DSIR 2149 sub 403. The name is clunky, technical, the way we name things we don't fully understand yet. But the reality of it is anything but clunky. It's a world roughly the size of Jupiter, drifting about 130 light years from Earth. It has no star. It belongs to no solar system. It simply moves, carried by momentum and gravity, through the space between. When astronomers first spotted it, they weren't entirely sure what they were looking at. It was too small to be a star, too alone to be a planet, and yet there, glowing faintly in infrared, still holding on to a whisper of warmth from its violent birth billions of years ago. That warmth won't last. Eventually, it will fade. The planet will grow colder and colder until it matches the temperature of the void itself. But for now, a ember in the dark, a memory of fire. I wonder what it would be like to stand on such a world that I could, not with current technology, not in this lifetime, but I imagine it sometimes, when sleep is slow to come and my mind wanders. I imagine the surface, frozen and cracked, beneath a sky that holds no sun, no stars maybe, or only the faintest scattering of distant lights, so far away they offer no comfort, no guidance. Would it feel lonely, or would it feel free? There's a certain kind of peace in isolation. Not loneliness exactly, but a quietness that comes when you're no longer performing for anyone, when you're just you and the universe and the soft hum of your own breath. Maybe the rogue planets know that peace. Let your breathing deepen now. Let your thoughts slow. You're drifting too, in a way, drifting toward rest, toward sleep, toward a place where the day's worries can't follow. Rogue planets are born from chaos, but they move through calm. After the violence of their ejection, after the gravitational slingshot that hurled them into the void, they settle into a rhythm. They spin, they travel. They exist in a state of perpetual motion, following the unseen currents of the galaxy. Some of them may have moons. Can you imagine that? A moon still orbiting a world that no longer orbits a star, a companion in the dark. They would circle each other endlessly, locked in a dance older than memory, older than light. If such a moon existed, and if it were large enough, it might generate tidal heating within the rogue planet. The gravitational pull, the constant flexing and stretching, could create warmth. Not the warmth of a sun, but something subtler, internal. A heat that rises from within, from the friction of existence itself. And if there were warmth, there could be liquid water, hidden beneath a thick crust of ice. An ocean might exist. Dark? Yes. Sunless? Yes. But alive, perhaps, in ways we can't yet imagine. Life doesn't always need light. It needs energy, stability, time. And a rogue planet, drifting through the dark, might have all three. It's a humbling thought. That life could persist in a place so far removed from everything we consider essential. That in the coldest, darkest corners of the galaxy, something might still be growing, adapting, enduring. You are enduring too. Even on the hard days, even when the light feels distant, you keep going, you keep breathing. And that matters more. Let that thought sit gently with you. No need to hold it tightly. Just let it be there, like a warm stone in your hand. From where I float, space looks empty. But it's not really. Between the stars, between the planets, there is dust, gas, radiation, and gravity. Always gravity, pulling and pushing, shaping the dark into patterns we're only beginning to understand. Rogue planets move through this. They pass through molecular clouds, vast regions of gas and dust where new stars are born. They drift past the remnants of dead stars, through the expanding shells of ancient supernovae. They are travelers in the truest sense, seeing things no human ever will, witnessing the universe in ways we can only dream of. And they remember, not in the way we remember, of course. They have no minds, no consciousness, but they carry the history of their birth in their composition, in the elements that make up their cores, their mantles, their atmospheres. In the craters on their surfaces, the scars of impacts long forgotten. They are archives, silent and drifting, holding stories written in stone and ice. Some rogue planets may have been habitable once. When they still orbited a star, when they still felt the warmth of sunlight, they might have had oceans, atmospheres, even life. And then, in an instant of cosmic time, they were flung away. The warmth faded, the oceans froze. The life, if there was any, ended or adapted, or went dormant, waiting for a warmth that would never return. It's a sad story, maybe. But it's also a testament to resilience, to the fact that even in loss, even in exile, a world continues. It doesn't cease to exist just because it's no longer in the light. Neither do you. You are more than your brightest moments. You are the sum of every quiet night, every long wait, every time you kept going, even when no one was watching. You are whole, even in the dark. Let your eyes grow heavy now. Let your body sink deeper. There's no need to stay. The story will be here, and so will the stars, and so will you, safe, held, exactly as you are. Some rogue planets, scientists believe, may not have been ejected at all. They may have formed alone, never belonging to any star. Born not in the bright chaos of a stellar nursery, but in the quiet dark between, condensing slowly from clouds of gas and dust, too small to ignite into stars themselves, but large enough to become worlds. These are the true orphans of the cosmos. They never knew a sun. They never had a home to lose. They have always been alone, and perhaps because of that, they are the freest of all. There is a certain kind of strength in never having been tethered, in not needing to mourn what you never had. These rogue planets spin and drift and endure, not in spite of their solitude, but because of it. They are whole unto themselves. They don't need a star to tell them they matter. They simply are. And in that simplicity, there is beauty. You don't need anyone to validate your existence. You don't need permission to rest, to heal, to simply be. You are enough just as you are in this moment, breathing softly, letting go. The galaxy is full of motion. Stars orbit the galactic center in vast, sweeping arcs that take hundreds of millions of years to complete. Planets circle their stars, moons circle their planets. Everything is spinning, turning, falling toward something, but rogue planets move differently. They follow their own paths. They are not bound to the rhythm of a solar system. They don't mark time by orbits or seasons. They simply travel, carried by the momentum of their ejection, by the subtle gravitational pulls of distant stars, by the slow rotation of the galaxy itself. In a way, they are the most honest travelers. They go where the universe takes them. They don't resist, they don't cling, they just move. And in moving, they are free. I think about freedom a lot up here, about what it means to let go, to stop fighting the current and just drift. Not in a hopeless way, but in a trusting way. Trusting that the universe will carry you where you need to go. Maybe you're learning that too. Maybe that's why you're here tonight listening to this. Because you're tired of fighting, tired of holding on so tightly, and you're ready to just let go, to drift like a rogue planet through the dark, trusting that you'll be okay. You will be. Let your breath slow even more. Let your thoughts soften. There's nothing you need to figure out right now, nothing you need to solve. Just let yourself be here, in this moment, drifting gently towards sleep. Scientists have found rogue planets using something called gravitational microlensing. It's a beautiful concept, really. When a massive object, like a rogue planet, passes between us and a distant star, its gravity bends the light from that star, magnifying it for a brief moment, a flicker, a brightening, then it's gone. We know they're there, not by seeing them directly, but by noticing the way they bend the light of something else. It's a reminder, I think, that even invisible things have an impact. Even things we can't see are real. Even in the dark, a planet can make its presence known. You are like that too. Even when you feel invisible, even when you think no one notices, you are bending the light around you. You are affecting the world in ways you can't always see. Your presence matters, even in the quiet, especially in the quiet. So rest now, knowing that you are seen, not by me necessarily, but by the universe itself. You are a part of this vast, turning, beautiful cosmos. You are woven into the fabric of existence, and that means you matter. Let that thought wrap around you like a blanket, warm, safe, true. Likas mihi bevonvorus. There's a theory that some rogue planets might eventually be captured by a new star. After millions, maybe billions of years of wandering, they could drift close enough to a solar system to be pulled in by gravity. They would have a sun again. They would have light. They would orbit, just like any other planet, as if they had always belonged there. But they would remember that deep in their frozen cores in the ancient ice, they would carry the memory of their long. They would be different from the planets that never left, changed by the cold, shaped by solitude, and maybe that would make them stronger. Maybe that would make you've wandered through your own darkness. You've had your long nights, your cold seasons, your times when the light felt impossibly still breathing, still moving forward. That journey has changed you. It's left its mark, but it hasn't destroyed you. If anything, it's made you more resilient, more compassionate, more aware of how precious warmth is, how valuable light is, how important it is to hold on even when the path is unclear. You are not less because of what you've endured. You are more. Let that truth settle in. Let it ease the tightness in your chest. You have survived. And one day, you will look back on this time and see it for what it is, not the end, but a part of the journey. I wonder what the surface of a rogue planet looks like. I imagine it sometimes when the cabin lights are low and the ship is quiet. I imagine vast plains of frozen nitrogen, methane snow drifting in slow, silent storm, mountains of ice, ancient and still, holding the shape of tides that ceased billions of years ago. There would be no wind, or very little. No sun to heat the atmosphere and drive weather patterns, just the faintest breath of gas moving slowly, almost imperceptibly like the breath of a sleeper. And above, the sky. A sky without a sun, without a moon, just stars, perhaps, scattered faintly across the black, distant and cold and unchanging. It would be beautiful in a stark, lonely way. The kind of beauty that makes you feel small and vast at the same time. Small because you are just one fragile thing in an infinite universe. Vast because you contain that universe within you, in your thoughts, your memories, your dreams. You are both the wanderer and the world, both the traveler and the destination. Rest in that paradox. Let it hold you gently. You don't need to understand. Just feel it softly, like starlight on your skin. Every rogue planet has a story, a beginning, a moment of violence or chance or quiet formation, a journey, a trajectory that carries it through the dark, and maybe one day an ending or a new beginning. We don't know how most of these stories go. We can't follow a rogue planet through its entire existence. We catch glimpses, flickers, moments when the light bends just right, and we see for an instant that something is there. But the rest is mystery, and maybe that's okay. Maybe not everything needs to be understood. Maybe some things are more beautiful when they remain unknown. Your own story is like that too, full of chapters you haven't written yet, full of moments you can't predict. And that's not something to fear. That's the nature of existence, unfolding always into something new. You don't need to know how it ends. You just need to keep breathing, keep drifting, keep trusting that the next moment will come, and the next. And for now, the next moment is sleep, or near sleep. That soft, hazy space where the world blurs and the mind quiets and the body finally lets go. Let yourself slip into that space. There's nothing to hold on to, nothing to resist. Just the gentle pull of rest, like gravity, like the slow turn of a rogue planet through the dark. I think about time a lot out here. How long 1 billion years really is. How many human lifetimes fit into the age of a single star. How a rogue planet drifting through space might outlast entire civilizations, entire species, entire epochs of cosmic history. And yet, time is also small, intimate, made of moments, made of breaths, made of heartbeats. Right now, in this moment, you are alive. You are here. And that is extraordinary, not because you've done anything spectacular, not because you need to prove yourself, but simply because existence itself is a miracle. Because the universe conspired across billions of years to bring you into being, to place you here, now, in this fragile, fleeting instant. You are stardust arranged into awareness. You are the universe experiencing itself, and that is enough. You are enough. Let that truth wash over you. Let it ease the ache of trying so hard. Let it soften the voice that says, you need to be more, do more, achieve more. You are already whole, already complete, already exactly what you need to be. And now, you need to rest. Rogue planets don't shine, but they glow, faintly in infrared, from the residual heat of their formation. It's not much, just a whisper of warmth, barely detectable. But it's there. A reminder that even in the coldest places, even after billions of years, some heat remains. You carry that heat too, even on your coldest days, even when you feel numb, disconnected, far from everything warm and alive. There is still a glow within you, a core of warmth that hasn't faded. That can't fade because it's part of who you are. You don't need to tend it. You don't need to force it. It's there, quietly, always, waiting for you to remember. And when you're ready, when the time is right, you'll feel it again. The warmth, the light, the soft, steady glow of being alive. But for now, you can rest, you can let go, you can trust that the warmth will be there when you wake. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Let your breathing deepen. Let the weight of the day dissolve like ice melting in the slow heat of a distance. You are held, and you are exactly where you need to be. The galaxy is vast, and we've only just begun to understand it. We found a handful of rogue planets, but there are billions more we haven't seen, wandering, drifting, existing in the spaces between. Some of them might be close, closer than we think, passing through the outer reaches of our solar system, silent and unseen. They wouldn't harm us. They're too far, too small, moving too slowly, but they're there in the dark, sharing this corner of space with us. It's a comforting thought, in a way, that we're not as alone as we sometimes feel, that even in the vastness, even in the quiet, there are other travelers, other worlds, other stories. You are not alone either, even when it feels that way, even when the night is long and the silence is heavy. You are part of something larger, something connected, something beautiful and strange and endlessly unfolding. And right now, in this moment, you are held by that vastness, cradled by it, supported by the same forces that hold rogue planets in their orbits, that turn galaxies, that keep the stars burning. You are a part of it all, and it is a part of you. Rest now. Let the universe carry you. Let sleep come, soft and slow, like a tide. I've been out here a long time, long enough to forget what solid ground feels like, long enough to stop counting the days. Time moves differently in space. It stretches, it compresses, it becomes something fluid, something measured not by clocks, but by the slow drift of stars, the gentle hum of the ship, the rhythm of breath and heartbeat. And in that fluidity, I've learned something. I've learned that the universe doesn't rush, it doesn't hurry, it simply unfolds, moment by moment, breath by breath, in its own perfect time. Rogue planets know this. They drift for millions of years, and they don't panic. They don't wonder if they're going the right way. They just go. They just are. Maybe we could learn from that. Maybe we could stop striving, stop asking ourselves if we're doing enough, being enough. Maybe we could just be, just drift. Just trust that we're moving in the direction we're meant to move, even if we can't see the destination yet. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to know where you're going. You just need to keep breathing, keep resting, keep allowing yourself to be carried by the gentle current of time. And right now, that current is carrying you toward rest, toward a place of softness and safety. Let it carry you. Don't resist. Just drift like a rogue planet through the quiet dark. There's a kind of freedom in not being seen, in moving through the universe without fanfare, without attention. Rogue planets don't announce themselves. They don't demand to be noticed. They simply exist, quietly, in the spaces between. And yet, they matter. They shape the galaxy with their gravity. They carry the history of their formation. They hold the potential for life, for warmth, for futures we can't yet imagine. You are like that. You matter, even when no one is watching, even when you feel invisible. Your existence ripples outward in ways you can't always perceive. Your kindness, your resilience, your simple presence, it all matters. So rest now, knowing that you are significant, not because of what you do or achieve, but because of what you are. A living, breathing part of the cosmos, a world unto yourself, and that is more than enough. The story is ending now, but the journey continues for the rogue planets, for the universe, for you. When you wake, the sun will rise, or it won't, and the night will continue, and that will be okay too, because each moment is its own small world. Each breath is its own quiet orbit, and you are here, alive, experiencing it all. Thank you for drifting with me tonight. Thank you for listening. Thank you for resting. If you have dreams tonight, may they be gentle. If you have thoughts, may they be kind. And if you simply slip into the soft, dark quiet of sleep, may you know that you are held always by something larger. You don't need to stay awake. The universe will keep turning. The rogue planets will keep drifting, and you can rest now. Close your eyes. Let your breath slow. Let the story fade into the background like distant starlight. You are safe. You are whole. You are exactly where you need to be. Good night, dear friend. Sleep well, and may the silent, endless dark cradle you gently into dreams. Soft hum of the ship, silence, stars. You drift and drift and drift until there is only sleep.